Okay, so wrapping up my day, but ever since my workout this morning, I wanted to make this video, and so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm in my office. I got a little makeup on, and I look halfway decent, so let's just jump right into it. I was talking with my friend this morning during my workout. My friend slash business partner, she is a talented herbalist, and she is responsible for our fabulous healing herbal tinctures. Okay, so check that out on the website. We have they're limited in quantity, so I want to make sure you get them. So make sure you grab those. The other thing is, if you have been here with me long enough, you know that I had a skincare line a few years ago that did very well, and then I stopped selling. And now I'm going to have those products back on the website very soon. So make sure you check uh, the website for that. Join the mailing list, and so that you can stay in the loop. Anyway, so we were talking earlier today about our lifestyle and all of the wonderful programs that we want to create, that we are creating, not that we want to create. But we both are very passionate about this wellness work. She's also a very talented trainer as well. She really got me focused on like doing fasted cardio, abs as well. So fasted cardio in the morning and then abs. Anyways, the point of this video is not about that, but I just want to give you a little context. You know, we talk all the time about health, wellness, spirituality, and how we want to help women. But we talked today, and it was just like an aha moment regarding our bodies being a temple, right? We know a lot of religious people. I know a lot of religious people, and I know one thing for sure. There's a verse somewhere in the Bible. I'm not going to quote what verse, but I know it's in there. The body is a temple. Your body is your temple. When we want to think about temples, right? We think about a temple, a mosque, a sacred, um, the sacred house of God, right? And what is it? What does it look like? On the outside, it's strong, right? There's structure. A lot of times there's gold on I've seen like a Mormon temple with gold, um, tall, strong, striking, impressive, breathtaking, even made with gold and stone. And on the inside, you have a very strong structure and foundation, right? So right away, you have a very strong um, house of God or vehicle, right? And then on the inside, it's typically very clean, peaceful. Sometimes, there's, music and stuff when you go to service, they have music playing, but there's a general sense of peace. The windows are like stained glass windows. There's artwork. There's often gold inside there. There's statues of deities, depending on where you go. But it's like beautiful. I wrote down a whole bunch of things. Has the spirit of God, so it has just this vibration that is like, oh, that's why every time, well, most people when they come back from service, they're fired up because they got recharged with that spirit of God in this beautiful, peaceful house of God that is clean, that is beautiful, that's adorned with beautiful things. And so I can sit here and talk about, adorning yourself beautifully, because I believe in taking care of well, adorning yourself beautifully. So jewelry, hair, makeup, all the things. But what are you intaking as well? If the house of God, if the house of God, a temple, a church, is supposed to be um, a representation of you, if we're treating our body as a temple and the church is a representation of you, the house of God, then why are you feeding yourself such low quality foods? Why are if the temple, the church, the mosque is so beautifully constructed and it's awe-inspiring, it takes your breath away. Do you take your breath away in a good or bad way? And I'm not trying to be funny. Is what you are giving your body, which is a representation of a church, the house of God, Are you giving it low quality food that is the opposite of life? That is the opposite of purity. That is the opposite of cleanliness. Are you detoxing? You know they do clean the churches like really well, right? Typically, they clean like the grounds are very manicured as well. You know what I mean? Like, when's the last time you've gone to a church where the weeds are, you know, everywhere? And I know that there are some where the budget isn't that great, but most houses of God, most religious buildings are well maintained because they're putting the time in and they're putting the work in, and they know that this is precious. This is housing energy that is healing, that is supernatural. But you are at your physical body. If it says it in religious text that your body's a temple, why are you treating your body like a truck stop? By eating gas station food, by eating Popeyes, by drinking Big Red soda, by drinking Mountain Dew. You haven't seen water in ages, or you drink 4 ounces of water on Wednesday and it's now Friday. Your lack of care for your body obviously shows. And then a lot of times people will go and they will say, well, that God will, or Jesus or whoever, they will help their health journey. I'm just putting it in God's hands. It's in God's hands. I can't do anything. But no, it's your responsibility. Your body is a temple, and you should treat it as such, because when you pollute your body, you cannot think right. Your skin is jacked up. You gain the weight. You argue. Something my friend said, and I think that this is spot on. She says, you can almost see how like food like poisons people, and it really makes them crazy. Like they're like possessed by the food. A lot of people are possessed by the food that they're eating, and the food that they're in, the drinks they're drinking. Hooked on sugar, brain out of whack, everything is going haywire. If you treat your body like the house of God, like a temple, like a mosque, like something divine, you will start to look that way to yourself. Now, listen, I'm not perfect, but I love the way that I look. I love the way that I feel. I love my skin. I love the skin that I'm in. And that's not to say that I'm perfect, but I'm constantly cleansing myself, purifying myself because of life, because of the accumulation of toxins in the air and the food. So I'm going to treat my body like the house of God, how we were meant to treat it, so that I can get the downloads, so that I can get the information, so that I can expand, so that I can continue to go to the next level versus going back, going back, going back. If you are not growing, you are dying. And it's a slow death, and it's agonizing if you are honest with yourself. So look at yourself in the mirror tonight, or whenever you watch this video, and ask yourself, whether you're religious or not, we all know the verse, your body's a temple. Your body's your temple. I will leave the exact what it says exactly. But if your body is a temple, then you should be treating it as such. And you should do exactly what they do in the houses of God all over your area. Maintaining, tending to, adorning with gold, and obviously, I mean, you can adorn yourself with gold, but what I'm talking about is what you eat. Adorn your insides with the best, with the organic food. Stop with the excuses as to why you cannot get the best food. Prioritize. And I'll close on this. I was having a conversation, I can't remember with who right now, but we were talking about the cost of food, what food costs. The cost does not matter to me, because I would rather my family invest in the food. That way we can stay away from the doctors. And that's what we do. We stay away from the doctors because we make sure we eat the best to nourish our bodies and ourselves, right? So I think I was talking to my husband about this actually. because it's always, it never fails. This stuff is too expensive. Living, this organic stuff is too expensive. But driving around in a luxury car, living in a big, beautiful home, buying designer this and that, and spending money elsewhere. Cut back on the things that are not um, nourishing and healing you. Remember, healing is an everyday process. It is an everyday thing. Every single thing you do, every day you are supposed to be doing healing activities or rituals. I had my tinctures today. I had my tonics today. I had my salads today. I had my beets. And even though it's kind of late, I'm going to have a salad because I was on the call. Because this vehicle I need to have in tip top shape. I need to be able to keep my mental health straight by giving my brain the best food and the best supplements. I need to keep my mental health straight by looking in the mirror and loving what I see because I'm taking care of myself. That's why you got to get that self love down. If you love yourself, you're going to give yourself the best and you're going to treat your body like the temple that it is. Treat it like a temple by giving it the best food, by treating yourself the best, by keeping the best company around, by staying hydrated, by taking your herb that you're going to get from glowbeautywellness.com or holisticbodydesign.com. And you're going to do that instead of treating your body like a dumpster or like a truck stop. Okay? That's the message. I think that's the message. And I will see you in the next video.